Yo, welcome back, Fast Willie fans. I'm here. It is 11 o'clock at night on July 25th, and I'm eating Sour Patch strawberries. Why am I eating Sour Patch strawberries at 11 o'clock at night on July 25th? Because when I'm done eating these, that will be the last thing I eat for the next 81 hours. That's right. I'm not going to eat Sunday, the 26th. I'm not going to eat Monday, the 27th. I'm not going to eat Tuesday, the 28th. I will be back to eat at 8 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday, July 29th. On top of challenging myself here, I want to use this opportunity to introduce all of you to my good friend John. John's going to be on a weekly show with me called The Fast Track. Fasting because I like to fast. Track because John likes to track everything. So we're going to get into that, what he wants me to track while I'm doing my fast. Hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, thank you. I'm going to go and finish editing this video, eat my Sour Patch strawberries, and I'll see you in a few days. Wish me luck. What is going on, everybody? I'm here with John, and we're bringing you a special video because this is going to be the first Fast Willie fasting challenge. And basically what I'm going to be doing is challenging myself to somewhat replicate the fasting protocol that I went through when I was losing my weight earlier this year, because I want to put it on video and show everybody what the difficulty level is. Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be easy? So I wanted to bring everybody up to speed and kind of tell you what I'm going to be doing. So I want to set some parameters first and let everybody know what we're doing. It's going to be a 4-week challenge, 28 days. And I'm going to be fasting for 3 days at a time and eating 1 day at a time. So that's going to be 7 cycles of 3 days not eating, 1 day eating. This is going to be similar to the protocol that I was doing in May through early June. And when I was telling everybody, hey, I'm fasting for 3 days and then eating as much as I can, eating up to 10,000 calories, and I'm losing this much weight, I don't think that people believed how much I was eating. So I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to record everything that I'm eating. And that's why I brought John in, because John is a master at tracking everything, and he's going to tell me exactly what I need to track throughout this process so that I can bring the most accurate information to you, and so that we can get results, and maybe he can make some mathematical sense of what my results are. So what I want to do now is bring John in and ask you, John, one, what do you think of this challenge? And two, what do you want to see from me in terms of content, in terms of what I'm tracking?
Yeah, I mean, one of the main reasons that I think this is good is because my biggest stipulation with the whole thing that you were doing was you didn't document anything. I mean, I have no idea how many calories you ate. Maybe you just ended up calorie restricting through your fasting. I mean, we have no idea we have no way of saying whether you did or didn't. So this is going to be kind of a baseline for the future to say, like, okay, this is what I did. Maybe now I'll do 12,000 calories a day or whatever. It's just to give us something to like set up a ground level for.
Right. And I just want to say, at the time, I wasn't planning on starting a YouTube channel at the time, but at the time you're like, oh, people want to see this. You should be recording this. You should be making videos of this. So
yeah, I've been saying that for years, literally.
You had the foresight. I didn't. I should have been tracking it, but I wasn't. But I also like that I had always been tracking everything my whole life, I thought, and it was just a chance for me to lose weight without tracking everything. So with that said, go ahead.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people out there that are like me that are just going to, unless you do something like this, they're just going to dismiss you right off the bat and say, no, all you did was calorie restrict, you know what I mean? Which I still think that you did eventually, but this is how we're going to know for sure. So obviously one of the main things we're going to have to quantify is how many calories are you eating each 4th day, whatever, the 7 eating days that you have, are you getting in 10,000 calories? And I don't care if it's like you hit 10,000 calories specifically. I just want to see what they are. You know what I mean? Just track every single thing in terms of your caloric intake. I would like to see what the macro breakdown is also, just because that's how I go about my tracking. That's how my clients do it as well. It's something that we prioritize to make sure that we're not getting like all of our calories from carbs and fats. We want to have a predominantly, or at least a moderately high level of protein intake as well. So that's something I would want to see. Also,
do I need to make sure however much protein you would, let's say, prescribe in one day? I'm only eating every 4 days. Do I need to quadruple the amount of protein that I'm eating in that one day?
I would say no. I would go on the higher end. So let's say you were eating every single day, and we're starting this at like you being 200 pounds as the easiest baseline I could say is, okay, eat 200 grams of protein per day. I would say you should probably eat a little bit higher than that in general over that one day, but that doesn't mean you should eat 800 grams. You know what I mean? Like that's not really how protein works. The amino acids aren't going to get absorbed that way. That people always argue about whether or not there's like a cap for how much you can take in at one sitting.
Like how much you can process.
Right. Or at least be utilized towards like maintaining muscle. Like obviously it's going to be consumed as calories, but it's not going to be like, it's going to get broken down into other substrates. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't eat 800 grams of protein in that sitting, but probably maybe like 250, something like that. I mean, it's going to be easy anyway. 10,000 calories. It's, even if you're not paying attention to the food you're eating, you're going to get a lot of protein in.
Hey, when I'm looking down, I'm just like taking notes here, just so you know.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I think off the top of my head is obviously we want to know what your weight's doing over this whole period, right? So the way that I would want to see it is every single day what your weigh-ins are. That way we can look at the changes on a weekly average basis. And also, so it's going to be cool to see kind of like the drops that are made every single day you're not eating versus like the day after you do eat, like how big is that spike? You know what I mean? Because like it happens normally for, I don't want to say regular people, but people who are eating every single day.
Yeah.
So I'm curious just to see, like, are you gaining 10 pounds the next day? You know what I mean? That'd be cool to see too.
Yeah, so I kind of have an idea of what that spike is, but I want to show everybody else what it is, because it is pretty dramatic. So like most people are used to like if you're doing calorie restricting type of dieting, it's like you're kind of hoping to see, and maybe this isn't the right way of going about it, but I think that the general mentality is like,
right. You want to see lows, like, or going down.
0.2 off the scale the next day, and then 0.2 again off the scale the next day. And so for this, it's like a lot of very dramatic every single day. And then you eat, and it's like way on the other side.
Yeah, which I mean, I'd be curious to know how people feel about that. You know what I mean? If they see those changes, is that going to be good, or are they going to look at that and be like, whoa, I can't handle that? Because I know the people that I work with, even if it goes up like 1 pound the next day, they're like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So it'd be cool to see that, like, hey, it can go up by 10 pounds and you're still good. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It'll be good for you to show people like, hey, sometimes this just happens. You eat something that's like salty, sugary,
right?
Whatever. Yep. Okay, let me move on. So I'm still going to be working out during this. Over the past, like since I hit 183, which was my lowest, I've been doing more like 1 day fast and like trying to focus on getting enough energy in my body so that I can like build muscle. So like I want to try to maintain the muscle that I've put on. So I'm going to be lifting 3 or 4 days a week. I'm going to be lifting on eating days in either the afternoon or evening, and then the next morning while my body still has like the glycogen from the day before in it. So there's going to be, every 8 days there's going to be 2 lifts. So that's going to be,
like 5.
Almost 4 lifts a week, like a little bit less, like 3.75 or something like that, 3.66 lifts a week. I'm going to be walking and I'm going to be stretching. I was running, but not when I was doing 3-day fasts, but like I was running a lot in the spring. I do that to train for races. I don't feel like running right now. So I'm going to be walking and I'm going to be stretching on the days that I am not lifting. And I'm also a golfer. I golf about twice a week usually. So I'll be doing that. And that's just whatever day. That's nothing. The other thing is I'm tracking my weights right now while I'm eating every day right now, just so I can set a baseline going into it. The day I'm going to start this challenge is actually going to be this Sunday, July 26th is going to be my first fast. So Saturday night is going to be the last day that I eat going into this challenge, which means my first eating day is going to be next Wednesday, July 29th. There's no restriction. As soon as I wake up on that day, I can start eating. and I can eat until I go to bed. That's pretty much what my protocol is.
Just track everything. And I would do my best to show people how you're doing that. You know what I mean? Like if you're taking screenshots of the app or whatever it is. Like
that's where I'm getting to that right now. So I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to be putting out a video every 4 days, which is going to be vlogging how I feel over the 3 days, first day of fasting, second day of fasting, third day of fasting, and then showing all of the food that I eat on my eating day. And then I'm not sure if it's going to be the next day, so my first day of my next fast, or if I'm still getting used to creating videos, so we'll see how it works. Is it going to be the next day, or is it going to be 2 days after that I post the video? But it's going to be somewhere in there. So you're going to get 7 videos that are vlogs plus full days of eating videos. I have already said this. I'm going to try to be eating around 10,000 calories. Like we're going to see. Like that's what my goal is going to be, because I think that that's where I was eating during my fast before, and that included just all kind of junk food. And I don't want to be in a place where I'm eating junk food my whole life, but I just want this challenge to show you what you can eat and still lose weight while fasting. I think that even if you're eating just straight junk food, you can get the benefits of fasting. Like it's not just about, I'm not going to tell everybody just eat a bunch of processed food, but there's a lot of benefits that your body's going to get from fasting, no matter what you're eating. So that leads me to what I'm going to be eating, and another piece of content that everybody can expect out of this 28-day challenge, which is, everybody who is my friend who follows me on Snapchat knows that when I'm fasting and I wake up on my day of eating, some people like to break fast with bone broth. Some like to break fast with berries. Some people say like it hurts their stomach if they just jump right in. Personally, I don't have any issues with it. So I wake up and have a cup of coffee and eat as many Pop-Tarts as I feel like eating. So what you can expect to see out of this on Instagram Live and YouTube Live is going to be a Pop-Tart mukbang. If I'm going to try to get to 10,000 calories, I'm going to need to start early with as many calories as I can get. One pack of Pop-Tarts is somewhere between 400 and 500 calories, depending on the flavor. So I'm planning to eat 4 or 5 packs of Pop-Tarts as soon as I wake up in the morning. I think I'm going to do this around 8 or 8:15 a.m. And you can catch me live doing a Pop-Tart mukbang. John, do you know what a mukbang is?
I didn't until about 10 seconds ago, to be honest with you.
I pulled up the Urban Dictionary mukbang. Let me read this for you. A mukbang is an internet fad that finds viewers watching mukbangers binge eating copious amounts of food. This strange trend began in Korea in 2011. The term mukbang comes from a mix of 2 Korean words, mukja, eating, and bangsong, broadcasting. The most popular mukbang stars are also called BJs for broadcast jockeys, eat messy foods as loudly slurp, chomp, and display bad table manners. I don't know if I'm going to be displaying bad table manners, but I am going to be sitting there eating Pop-Tarts. I want questions from the viewers. I want to know what you want to know about how my fasting is going, how am I feeling. Ask me questions about Pop-Tarts, ask me questions about John, ask me questions about anything, but you can expect to find me next Wednesday, July 29th at 8 or 8:15 a.m. live on Instagram and YouTube eating Pop-Tarts. I hope that you will tune in for the Pop-Tart mukbang. What do you think, John? You gonna join in?
I mean, I'll at least watch the first one. How could I not?
Are you gonna? Do you want to eat some Pop-Tarts with me sometime live?
I'll probably have a couple. I think I made the Pop-Tarts trendy before you did, so
that's true. Yeah, that is true. I never ate Pop-Tarts before this year. Like it just kind of like spun out of control for me, I guess, in the fact that like I spent 2 years not eating like any carbs or sugar, and I was just like, well, I'm losing weight while I'm eating it. Why would I not eat Pop-Tarts?
At least I know that you know the best flavor too. So if we can agree on that, I'll have a Pop-Tart with you.
Brown sugar cinnamon?
Right. Yeah, I already know. I knew that's what it was. So
brown sugar.
It's the only best one.
Tell me below What's the best flavor Pop-Tart? It's brown sugar cinnamon, but if you disagree, let me know below. Or if there's like a seasonal flavor you like, let me know. Also bring that over to the live mukbang and tell me what flavor you like, what flavor you want to see me eat. Because I'm planning on eating all different flavors. It's not just gonna be a bunch of brown sugar cinnamon. One brown sugar cinnamon, and then we'll go from there. Let me know what you guys want to see. All right, John, if there's anything else that you can think of about what you want to see out of the challenge in terms of like the metrics and what you want me to measure, let me know and I'll let all of our listeners know.
Yeah, I think the two things that popped to my mind already were might as well take pictures, progress pictures, and then also do like circumference measurements, you know what I mean? Like waist, hips, chest, something like that, maybe even thighs, just to see
every day.
How those. That's a good question. I would do those weekly.
Okay.
But again, it might be cool just to see the differences if you do them like the day before your feeding day and the day after, or something like that. You know what I mean? That could just be cool things to see and show like what the after effects could be, or like how big the swings could end up being with that not actually being detrimental. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be cool to see in numbers.
All right, that sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll think about doing it every day, just so that people can see that. Like, there's no reason not to. Like, this is what I'm doing. So, I want to make sure that everybody can see exactly what's going on. So, if you think that that's important, I'll make sure that I do that. All right, is there anything else? Is there anything else for this challenge? I'm excited to jump into the challenge. I want to show people. You know, I can talk all day about what I've done or what you can do, but I want to show everybody. So, if you're interested, make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this. Make sure you like those videos that I'll be posting. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody live for the mukbangs. I'm looking forward to getting some questions from you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the future. All right. Thanks, John.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.